Picture a blonde kid, trembling like a cornered animal, crying loudly just for being thrust into battle, suddenly making an entire group of monsters around him faint with just one glance. Zenitsu, the kid who cries all day, could possibly possess Conqueror's Haki, the power belonging to a king among kings. Sounds ridiculous, but it might be surprisingly fitting. So, what would happen if Zenitsu awakened Conqueror's Haki? Would Zenitsu be worthy of wielding a power that makes the entire One Piece world wary? Zenitsu, an odd but logical candidate. Let's be honest, when talking about Conqueror's Haki, everyone thinks of Luffy, Shanks, Roger, or Kaido, individuals born to lead, with wills that cannot be broken. So saying Zenitsu, a coward who fears death, always crying, always trying to escape, has that kind of Haki sounds like a joke. But if we dig deep into Zenitsu's true nature, things start to make sense. Zenitsu doesn't lack willpower. He's the only one in the group who mastered just one technique, but perfected it to the highest level. He fights not for himself, but for others, for Nezuko, for Tanjiro, for the promise to his master. When asleep, when fear is pushed aside, Zenitsu's true instincts and power will emerge. Zenitsu himself is a monstrous swordsman, even when asleep, capable of delivering precise and powerful slashes, entrusting himself to himself, hiding fear to fight. And that is the foundation of Conqueror's Haki, a will strong enough to break those who are weaker. How Conqueror's Haki changes Zenitsu's fighting style. Zenitsu has so far only mastered one move, Thunderclap and Flash, a lightning-fast attack that the naked eye cannot follow. However, when combined with Conqueror's Haki, this move is no longer just a physical technique, but becomes a supreme psychological strike. Just a glance before drawing his sword, and Zenitsu could take down hordes of low-level demons without lifting a hand. Haki radiates like an invisible lightning strike, making weak-willed creatures kneel at his feet before his blade even flashes. This makes Thunderclap and Flash no longer a solitary slash, but a death sentence effective even before execution. Thunder breathing amplifies, Haki waves. When Zenitsu performs thunder breathing, his body creates a bioelectric rhythm. When Conqueror's Haki merges with this rhythm, it creates a shockwave effect, like when Shanks stepped onto a marine ship and cracked wood with just his presence. With Zenitsu, each move unleashes a wave of will spreading like lightning, causing enemies not only to be cut, but also to lose their fighting spirit as if hypnotized. Imagine a thunderclap and Flash, but instead of one thunderous sound, you hear absolute silence, because all enemies are already completely still. Haki plus superhuman hearing equals living emotion radar. Zenitsu possesses ultra-sensitive hearing, capable of detecting heartbeats or the trembling of foes. When combined with Conqueror's Haki, which reads the will and aura of surrounding beings, he becomes almost a living emotion scanner, as well as a detector of killing intent. Zenitsu not only knows where enemies are, but also who is afraid, who is wavering, who is about to collapse before the battle even begins. This makes every fight a preordained execution, as Zenitsu chooses the exact moment the enemy is weakest to deliver the finishing blow. New anti-boss swordsman. If before Zenitsu was a speed technician, now he becomes a high-level psyche crusher, with Haki softening the enemy's spirit and light speed strikes leaving no time to react. Zenitsu transforms into a notorious anti-boss. When awake, even upper-rank demons must hold their breath. Zenitsu as a king among swordsmen. One detail few notice: Zenitsu carries the will inherited from his master Jigoro Kuwajima. Though mocked and belittled, Zenitsu never gave up swordsmanship, continuing to train alone after his master's death. And if Conqueror's Haki is truly tied to an unyielding spirit, then Zenitsu fully meets that, only often obscured by his weak facade. But once his potential is awakened, Zenitsu becomes a true symbol of inner strength. A king who needs no loud shouts, only silent determination. A new Zenitsu, able to control himself even when awake, is when he surpasses his limits. No longer needing to sleep to fight, no longer needing someone to protect him. Suppose Zenitsu learns to control Conqueror's Haki while upgrading his swordsmanship skills. He could single-handedly defeat high-ranking demons that previously only Tanjiro or Hashira could handle. Combined with observation Haki, Zenitsu would almost hear movements in space, increasing his reflexes multiple times, making his thunderclap strikes utterly invincible. How other Demon Slayer Corps members react to the new Zenitsu. Tanjiro would be extremely proud, perhaps even feeling pressure when his timid friend suddenly becomes a symbol of strength. But at the same time, Tanjiro would be happy that his teammate can now protect himself and together protect Nezuko. Inosuke would definitely be insanely jealous, constantly asking Zenitsu how to get that glare, because he can't stand losing to him. Inosuke would also become stronger, training harder to keep up with Zenitsu and Tanjiro. Additionally, the Hashira and Ubuyashiki would hold a meeting of the Pillars to train and spread knowledge about Conqueror's Haki, enhancing the Demon Slayer Corps' strength. Though not everyone can unlock this supreme skill, if other Hashira also had Haki, the battle against Muzan in Infinity Castle might not be so brutal. If placed in the One Piece world, who would Zenitsu sail with? Zenitsu might not eat a devil fruit, as it's honestly unnecessary. Zenitsu could become a thunder god of a pirate crew, another swordsman with extraordinary speed and strength. While the Straw Hat crew seems like a great choice, let's look at other pirate crews, shall we? I suggest Law's crew, given their sky-high teamwork spirit. The Heart Pirates aren't as noisy as the Straw Hats, but are extremely united. Zenitsu may not be as cold as Law, but his care for teammates and sensitivity fit well with this group. Not to mention, Zenitsu's keen ears and reflexes could aid in detecting danger, sensing auras, or even spotting enemies within Law's room. In the serious environment of the Heart Pirates, Zenitsu could gradually change and mature, much like Beppo, who is both adorable and skilled in combat. Alternatively, if lucky, Shank's crew is also a great choice. Zenitsu is very gentlemanly with women, often teased as an accidental charmer. However, in Shanks' crew, where dignity and respect for others are valued, he would be respected and have those values protected. If Zenitsu truly possesses Conqueror's Haki, even unconsciously like his sleeping power, Shanks or Ben Beckman could guide him to unlock it, making him the crew's most formidable swordsman. Above all, Shanks understands that strength comes from faith, emotion, and intuition. Qualities Zenitsu has in abundance, even if sometimes a bit overzealous. So ultimately, if Zenitsu truly awakens Conqueror's Haki, would he still be the group's burden? Or is that weak facade just a mask hiding a warrior with an unbreakable will? Strength has never been just about muscle or speed. It's also about a heart that never gives up, even when the whole world stands against it. Who do you think would be the next to wield Conqueror's Haki in Demon Slayer if this world intersects with One Piece? Share your thoughts and don't forget, next episode we'll explore what happens if Inosuke eats an ancient Zoan devil fruit.